Warm up your kitchen with this hearty chicken and sausage casserole recipe with dumplings. This easy one-pot dish is packed with flavour. First up, preheat your oven to 180 degrees centigrade fan, and then in a large pan you want to put 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Now you're going to brown the meat. I'm using between 300 to 500 grams of chicken breasts, but you can also use chicken thighs. I've also cut up some sausages, again 400 grams, and you want them to be the Herbie Cumberland type. Fry them off and brown them until they're nice and golden all the way round. Then you're going to remove them from the pan, but don't worry about that mess because we are going to deglaze. Add a little bit more olive oil, and then you're going to add in 1 large onion that's been chopped, 2 chopped garlic cloves, a small red pepper that's been chopped, then either 1 large carrot or 2 small ones that's been sliced, around about 200 grams of button mushrooms, and just give that a little stir around. Then you want 1 teaspoon of thyme, 1 teaspoon of rosemary, and also a bay leaf. Then 1 tablespoon of plain flour, and around about 2 tablespoons of tomato puree. Just give that a little bit of a mix round. It can be a bit difficult at this stage, but then we are going to be adding in the stock. I'm using 500 ml of chicken stock. You can at this point just start to deglaze that pan. Just rub a little bit at the bottom with your wooden spoon and away it will come. Then pop your meat back in and a good grinding of pepper. I tend to not add salt until the very end. Then pop the lid on and you want to cook it in the oven for the first 25 minutes. Now what we're going to be making next is the dumplings. So you want 100 grams of self-raising flour, 50 grams of suet, a good pinch of salt, and around about 5 tablespoons of cold water. Eventually it will all come together, and then you're going to make around about 8 golf ball sized little bowls and put them to the side. Now, after the 25 minutes of cooking, this is when you're going to be popping these lovely little dumplings in so that they cook for the last 20 minutes. If you're not using dumplings, then you can cook the whole recipe for around about 45 minutes. But I do love a good dumpling. So in they go, just squish them in, put the lid on, and then cook them for around about another 20 minutes. Now, if you do want the sauce thicker, just cook it on the stove for a few extra minutes and it'll evaporate off. But this is good. It freezes fantastic. And I should know because my son keeps raiding the freezer. Yes, and if you're listening, I know it's you. Anyway, if you want the full written recipe, you know where to go by now. It's my website, cookingwithemily.co.uk.